Good evening, everybody here. Welcome tonight to our special on our concert that we were able to bring to you tonight. So I want to also say welcome to all the residents in Jocelyn, Fox Halls, and the Villa. And we're also glad to have those of you watching us on closed circuit TV from the courtyard, and those who see us on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. Thanks for joining us this evening. And thank you to our greeters, Yumi Hamamoto and Evelyn Okamura, and to our own CEO, Craig Staton, back there on the broadcasting system, and to Ron Baines doing the lights. I'm Linda Barrett, who will be your MC this evening. We are missing Martha Beyer, who would have been our MC. She's the vice president of Town Hall. She tripped and fell this morning and broke her wrist. They will be consulting with a surgeon tomorrow, but don't yet know when surgery will take place. Please remember her in prayer, but refrain from telephoning. They're very popular. And but you could, Carol Jones will be listing them in our prayer sheet tomorrow. And so if maybe she will have more information later on, or probably I will have some information. So I will try and get that contact to you. But on a lighter note, we have 8 residents with birthdays this week, and 12 are on October the 12th. Good number. Ted Lunsford, Ray Narusawa, Kikuko Nada, Aneda Lid Rojas, pardon my pronunciation, Francis Lau, Ruth Yamamoto, Yuriko Livingston, and Jean Kelly. But they're not, the last 4 aren't all on the 12th. Francis the 13th, Ruth the 14th, Yuriko on the 15th, and Jean the 19th. You know, in our history, Town Hall had a special happy birthday words, different from the traditional birthday song. I'm going to read them to you. We haven't been saying them, I don't think, in a while, and some of us are like, sometimes I'm saying the old ones, the new ones, but many of you don't know the words, so I'll just read them to you. Happy birthday to you. To Jesus be true. May God bless and keep you the whole year through. Now, those of you that know those words and remember them, you could sing them, and the rest of the people can sing regular happy birthday, and we'll make one of those cannon rounds. So let's try it. We're doing it a cappella because Karen couldn't be here tonight. So I'll lead. Happy birthday to you, to Jesus be true. May God bless and keep you the whole year through. Thanks. And now I'm going to introduce Jackie Bertios to introduce our new resident.
Good evening, everybody. I'm pleased to introduce to you Gail Shiosaki. Gail came to us in June of 2021. She's originally from Hawaii. She was born in Oahu but grew up in Maui. Now, fast forward to her adult years, she moved to Pasadena to pursue her elementary education, and so she became an elementary teacher. She briefly moved to Monterey Park. In 1973, she married Bob, and they had 2 children, a son who lives in LA and a daughter who lives in Berkeley. Do you have any grandchildren?
Yes, 2, Jonathan and Jesse.
Okay, thank you. When she met her husband, they moved to Santa Clara, and then they moved to Santa Cruz. From there, that's where she moved to Atherton. Uh, uh, Gail is so glad that she made the decision to move to Atherton, and she's thankful for the Atherton's Christian views. Gail likes to walk around the campus and enjoy our campus. She's blessed to live here and thanks all of you who have welcomed her. Do you want to say anything?
No, I think that this is a wonderful place and that it's something like this is available to those who would want to make that move. So thank you for welcoming me.
Thank you so much.
And now I have the privilege of introducing new performers to Atherton. Paul Stein and Anya Garapoli will bring us an evening of autumn reverie, meditative music for violin and flute. Paul on the violin and Anya on Anya on the harp. I don't know, what did I say? Yeah, close. And the harp will play they'll play the music of Ravel and Vaughan Williams, which will create a mood of peace and tranquility. Paul has been a member of the Los Angeles Philharmonic for 36 years, and Anya is a graduate student from the Colburn Conservatory. They will also play lovely tango music and interludes from great operas. We also welcome 2 guests to Atherton, Mrs. Stein and Paul's wife, and Jane Anderson, a friend of mine. And Jane was the person who arranged us to bring our performers here. Jane has been a teacher at the Alhambra Unified School District, and so was I. That's why I know her very well. And then she became a member of the Board of Education of the Alhambra School District. So we're pleased to have you both here. Now for our program. So thank you.
Thank you, Linda. And thank you all for inviting us for this evening. It's a pleasure to be here. And it's a pleasure for Anya and I to be performing for the first time. We thought we really didn't need to rehearse, so this is literally the first. No, I'm kidding about that. And I'm so happy that Anya's also interested in teaching. She's involved with the Jumpstart program at Colburn for young musicians. It provides free music lessons and instruments to children from low-income housing. And she knows a lot about strings. I think her life has been consumed by, how many strings are there? 47. And you heard me tune. It took me 10 seconds. So the first piece we're going to play is by Massenet, Meditation from Thais. It's a very beautiful theme. In fact, it has a lot of religious overtones. The tempo marking at the beginning is Andante religioso. And a woman in this opera falls in love with a monk who, he's a monk, so he's not in love with her. He only wants to save her soul, nothing more. Surprisingly, he sees how beautiful she is and falls in love with her. But it's too late. She's now pure and spiritual and moved on. So they just went like this with each other.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having us here. We're really, really happy to be making music again after so long spent being isolated during the pandemic. It feels wonderful to connect to people like yourselves and also share music at the same time. So, I'm going to be playing two solo harp selections for you. They're both pretty short pieces. And they both have undertones of jazziness, so hopefully you enjoy that. The first selection I'm going to be playing is called Sweet Blues, and it's obviously inspired by blues. And it is written by this harp composer named Bernard Andrés. He is French, and I just really love this piece. It's super pensive and emotional, but it has just enough spice to make it interesting as well. And I hope you enjoy. My next selection, I will be playing a popular jazz standard called Misty. It's one of my favorites. I think it's absolutely beautiful, and I hope you find it beautiful as well. This is a lovely jazz arrangement written for the harp, arranged for the harp by Michael Amorosi, and I just love this arrangement. Thank you so much for listening.
Oh, that was beautiful. She asked me what I would have requested when she came up with the program, but I would have requested Play Misty for me. And Johnny Mathis would have loved you, definitely. Um, we're now going to get into some of the beautiful spiritual pieces that are often associated with British music. The next piece is Greensleeves. And it is a lot of people know it in a beautiful arrangement by Vaughan Williams. And Greensleeves is a traditional English folk song, and the actual title is A New Northern Ditty of Lady Greensleeves. So I guess she was a lady. And it dates from 1580. It's very popular at Christmas time. I was just thinking, Anya went to the Interlochen Academy, right? I was reading in your bio. Did you also go to the music camp? Okay, we actually went the same summer. No, I went when I was 19. Okay, but I went one summer, she went one summer, and they have a tradition at the end of Interlochen, which is in Michigan, to play Les Preludes by Franz Liszt. And how many harpists were playing that?
I believe there were 4 or 5 of us that summer.
I think they have about,
Maybe 6.
well, they have to have room for dancers because the dancers are prancing up and down. It's this big production. So maybe next time we come, we'll bring the dancers too. One thing, Linda, maybe I never told her, but I'm not really a member of the LA Philharmonic. I mean, I used to be. I haven't been faking it. I was there for 36 years, but I'm retired now. And, I'm loving every minute of it. The next piece we're going to play is a piece I played many times with the Philharmonic, but I really prefer it just violin and harp. It's Pavane for a Dead Princess by Maurice Ravel, who was an impressionistic composer. And that music was a much more subtle feeling. The Impressionism was such that it didn't have the heavy emotional feeling of the Romantic era, but it created these beautiful thoughts, reminiscences, and harmonies, which are covered so beautifully by the harp. And it's the title of it is Evocation of a Pavane, which is a dance that a little princess might have in former times danced at the Spanish court. One thing we forgot about when we were programming the music was some real toe tappers and maybe, getting everybody to, kick up their heels a little bit. I noticed nobody was doing that during Green Sleeves. So I know we have that ability to do it solo. She has some pieces that are very lively, and I have some pieces very lively, but we didn't put those together. The only way we could do that is we played two different pieces at the same time. Then we'd play together. But next time we come, we look forward to coming again, and we sure would love to, bring a whole new selection and maybe, leave the meditation from Thais and the Revel for another time. But it's very appropriate around this time of year. So, on that note, since I usually wait until the second concert to tell you that I'm from Texas, but I'll do it this time. And I'd just like to play a little bit of a piece called Orange Blossom Special. Orange Blossom Special. Anybody heard of that? Okay, I think you'll recognize it. You won't hear it on an elevator like you hear the meditation from Thais, but another piece that we play often in Texas, Dallas, if you're wondering, that if I wasn't from Dallas, I wouldn't be wearing a tie. But I'm going to play this beautiful hymn that I think you'll recognize. Because I used to play for the services going into the churches, sometimes going into very small towns of Texas. So I sure heard a lot of hymns. we have a piece. We're only playing one movement of the history of the tango, and we'd love to play the rest of it. It's by Astor Piazzolla, and this is one of the slower of the movements. And the nice thing about tango, it both sounds beautiful and it looks beautiful too. Thank you very much. We really enjoyed your spirit and your enthusiasm, and we really like playing here very much. And this is our first time being here. So, and thanks to Linda for arranging all this. And we look forward to playing for you again in the future.
Wow. Thank you for a beautiful evening. Let's do it again. Give them another round. We are both so lucky and blessed to have you here. We really want to have them back, don't we? So we sure will. And next week, come again. We're going to have chapel next week on Tuesday, and we will be hearing our own Atherton resident, Corey Yoshida. And in recent months, you've probably read his column in the Atherton newsletter. And he is also a gifted proclaimer of the timeless good news of Jesus Christ. And you know, he's just a wonderful speaker, and we're so glad to have him here as a resident and to be with us next week. So we'll see you next week. Thank you for coming out. And we thank you again for coming and joining us here at Atherton. Now, you're dismissed. Thank you.